This is my individual submission of, what I contributed to the project, how I saw the project, how it developed, and yeah. Uh, First, my role. My role was the organizer. I was one who made the group, brought the group together at the start of the project. Um, Deshaun and Varun, they reached out to me, and I formed the group. Um, Throughout the project, I was getting team members to consistently work on I tried to get my team members to consistently work on the project. It worked to some degree. Deshaun listened to me most of the time. Varun was sort of off in his own world. I think he was working on other units more than this, and it showed. I guided the project when my team members were, thinking outside the bounds early on in the assessment in terms of where we should go with the concept. They weren't focusing more on the interaction and the interface. Pulled them back in line. Um, they did produce a lot of really good ideas um, for where it could have gone, but wasn't within the bounds. My behavior. Throughout the project, I kept an open mind working with my teammates, even though sometimes they disagree with my ideas or they get a bit off topic. Um, Organize some of the meetings in person so we could work together instead of trying to just work over a document. Varun, yeah, as I said earlier, did not contribute much to the project at all. Um, we did make it like a Unity mock-up that we didn't end up using because we didn't have enough time to fully implement it, which he worked on by himself, but we guided him with it, but we didn't end up using it. So that's sort of also our fault. Deshaun, he was really good. He was really helpful. He was trying to make us work as a group as well. Um, he wanted to, he wanted us to go to meetings in person, stuff like that. Um, but we definitely could have been as a team more organized throughout the entire project. All right, the highlights. The highlights of the project were mostly at the start and the end. We started off the project really well with good ideas, good sketches, mostly from Deshaun and me, but um, we created some good concepts that were within the bounds. Um, and then the other highlight was at the end of the project where we were well and truly behind, but as a team we put in the effort, we worked really hard, and we got it finished in time. So there's something. Lowlights, a lot of lowlights. Um, Basically, throughout the entire middle of the project, we did not get much done as a group. We tried organizing things to get together, it didn't work. Um, if I were to do this project again, that would be the most important area that I'd focus on. Um, and as I talked about earlier, our Unity project was a low light. We left it too late. We didn't realize how difficult it would be, and we had to abandon it to actually complete it in time. My impact. My impact is very important. I would say I did around 50% of the project, maybe even a little bit more. I put in a lot of work within these last 2 weeks to get it done, and that did mean I had to step up and do majority of the work. Um, if I were to do this project again, I would definitely put more of an onus on pushing my team members to do more instead of me just going, they're not doing it, I'll just do it myself. My team members, Deshaun was very helpful. He was the first person who joined. He had a lot of enthusiasm. He wanted to, you know, get the project going, and he put a lot of effort throughout the project. He was very useful. Came up with a lot of great ideas. Didn't have enough time to implement, but it is what it is. And I think I've said enough about Varun. Um, he wasn't very helpful. Didn't put in that much effort. What I contributed. So this is just some of the things that I contributed to. I contributed to more, but it is what it is. The early sketches of the project, our hand-drawn sketches and stuff like that. The early concept, me and Deshaun were probably contributed basically 50-50 to that. Um, the user flow, the more detailed sketches that I made in Paint, they're shown here. So the top left one, top right, and bottom right, those are just some of the sketches I made in Paint to make it more detailed, and I made the entire user flow and designed it with a little bit of help from Deshaun for in Figma, which is the bottom left image there. Um, I made the entire portfolio, which was my fault, as I either didn't know how to share it or I couldn't share it, but I made the entire portfolio. Um, I defined the target users in the report. I contributed, we all did our part with the Wizard of Oz testing, um, but I contributed to that as well. Designing the idea of placing the sponges in the environment to make it, evolve, show more fish, stuff like that. And I designed the idea and, the sketches and all that of the information board. Um, yeah, I did most of the report. Deshaun, he did a decent amount of report. Varun didn't contribute to the report at all. Um, yeah, I did all the justification with how our designs, aligned with the design principles. I did all of that, and the limitations paragraph, I did all of that as well. So yeah, overall, I did a lot of the work in this project, and it was difficult, but I'm proud of us as a group towards the end to actually coming together and really putting the effort in to finish it. Yeah, that's about it.